Coronau podcast, motivational podcast. You know what I mean? We're here with part 2 with the homie. You know what I'm saying? The homie Destruct. You know what I mean?
Yes,
not
sir.
not only is he coming for part 2, but we have to elaborate, you know what I'm saying, on some couple things. You know what I'm saying? We had to bring him back. You know what I mean? This guy's working constantly. You know what I'm saying? If you're not working as hard as him, you guys need to quit rap, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? This guy is doing his motherfucking thing.
That part.
You know what I mean? A lot of credit. My boy Destruct in the building.
We're here, my G. Best you never heard. Back like we never left, right?
Man, bro. I was fucking, you know what I'm saying? I know it's been a year. It's been a year since we brought you.
A year later, right?
A year later, bro.
That's what it is. We still looking better than ever. You know what I'm saying? The music keep us young, you know?
You know what I'm saying? You know, and I wanted to touch base. I was hearing our old podcast today, man. We touched a lot of base on your upbringing, on when, you know what I mean, your early beginnings as far as music, you know what I mean? And I want to touch base on a couple other things today, you know what I'm saying? Because this is why we brought you on part 2, you know what I mean?
So it continues, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I know you have a couple new projects, and I want to just touch base on those projects, you know what I mean? As far as right here, Destruct and DJ Zoe, Sharpshooters. Talk a little about this project, man.
Yeah, man. It's the long-awaited, you know what I'm saying, collab album. Me and my brother Zoe. He's an amazing DJ. DJs for OGs like Sage Francis and Abstract Rude from the Project Blowed. We've been cooking this up for a minute. You know, my first vinyl dropped in 2021 called The Best You Never Heard, right? And
Yes.
we had the song Sharpshooters on there featuring the OG Mocha only. And, you know what I'm saying, the flavor, the energy, the combination just felt so right that we're like, dude, let's just do a full length. So it's crazy how a song featured on my first vinyl ended up being full length for the next vinyl less than 2 years later. You know?
Man.
And shout out to Mind the Wax, you know, a label out in Greece. It was the first vinyl was their best selling shit. So much so they were like, hey dog, what you got next? I'm like, me and Zoe got this, and the planets aligned, and here we are, dog. You know, second vinyl in less than 2 years, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So talk a little bit about that in Greece.
In Greece,
Okay.
man. We worldwide in this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what do you have going on in Greece? So they're hearing your music in Greece, and they told you, hey, you know what, this shit is so hard, you need to do a new one. So what's up with that?
Yeah, dog. I mean, I've been blessed to work with people all around the world. I'm talking France, Spain, Germany, you know what I'm saying, like Japan, Brazil, you name it. And, you know, I just started reaching out to people because I was like, you know what? It's time I get this vinyl thing cracking because the market now is crazy. Vinyl came back stronger than ever. It's outselling everything now in regards of like music, media shit. So I was like, you know what? I've been featured on a couple vinyls. I've yet to put out my own shit. So I was blessed to have a, you know, crazy ass array of some OG people that I've been blessed to work with, like Sean Price and Planet Asia, Medusa and Blue, to name a few. The label was interested. I pretty much put together this compilation, and then it turned into The Best You Never Heard. Sharpshooters was a song featured on there. The vinyl was their best-selling record till this day, and we pushed like, 300 copies in less than 8 months. So we're like, what else you got next, bro? Let's keep it going. So with Sharpshooters, it only made sense for them to, you know, make it into the next full-length vinyl. They got this shit at Target. It's pretty crazy. It's crazy to see things come into fruition that were just ideas, dog. That literally was a song, and now to see this shit blossom into this dope-ass full-length project is really mind-blowing to see it happen from a label that took a chance on your boy from L.A. all the way out in Greece, letting you know that this music connects us, dog. Don't even matter if they speak the same language or not. This music shit keeps us connected. You know, so
Incredible, bro. Incredible that you're actually, you know what I mean, so consistent, you know what I mean, so out there that people actually, you know what I'm saying, reach out to you from different countries, different aspects of life, which is important. You know what I'm saying? This is what music is really about. You know what I mean?
Part, dude. It's the only way you can expand horizons, dog. Like, fuck being in a 1 block radius. Like, I've been touring this album crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just came back from Arizona. Just came back from Santa Barbara, the Bay. Just connecting the dots, dog. And just that's the only way you're going to expand your horizons as an artist and pushing your product is get the fuck out of your comfort zone. You know, whether if it's out of state or out of the country. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So,
man, okay, so the last time we had our interview was a year ago. Literally a year ago.
Yes, sir.
Till now. You know what I'm saying? So talk a little bit about what's happened between then and now. We did our interview last February. Crazy. You know what I mean? I know you say you had something going in April that you did. You had another fest too that you had in March that you were talking about.
A couple festivals, and now I'm throwing my own, dog. So that's
talk about that.
Number one, what definitely changed in the year since then, bro, is me just as a show promoter. I've been throwing shows for
bro.
a minute.
Let me know because I want some shows too, brother. Let me know.
Dog. I got you.
Let's get it.
Ya tú sabes. So I've been doing these events for a minute. So I'm blessed to say that today, April 27th, I don't know whenever the episode drops, but we're looking back in time. But today, April 27th, is a year anniversary of the series called The Fix. the
Wow.
fix for that reason of, we're gonna get what you need. Whatever fix you need in this hip hop shit, I got you. Because I've been just blessed to work with so many different type of artists, from R&B to hardcore hip hop to alternative and everything in between. So that's definitely what changed, was rocking these shows from, no matter if it was the Virgil in LA, the Good Bar in Long Beach, spots in Pomona, now we're in Norwalk. So we just expanded the brand, you know what I mean? Besides Rebel Minded Music, which is my promotion company, and getting these shows cracking, my film production, Resident People, has been awesome. Did a couple videos for the OG Blue, as well as others with like Scared from Living Legends, and people from Wu-Tang and Killer Army and Boot Camp Click. So it's been awesome. You know what I'm saying? To have this now as a legitimate, steady source of income. I never thought, I dreamed in 1,000 years of me being a movie buff to now being behind, the lens on the director's seat, making these visions come to life and people believing in me. And that's just me with my motherfucking iPhone and a steady cam and just coming with a vision, showing that it don't matter what you use, it's how you use it. So besides Rebel Minded Music, cracking for shows, Resident People, cracking with my film production, Area 52 has officially moved. As you can see from the shirt, you know what I'm saying? I'm an officially Long Beach, local now.
You got that shit. You got that merch, guys.
I'm in the LBC now, you know what I mean? So I moved my studio from Van Nuys to now Long Beach, living with my lady, and it was the best decision I ever made. 5 minutes from La Playa, feel that breeze, and I'm chilling. And all my old clients and new clients got no problem coming now to my new hood to make that shit happen, because they know I got their ear, and I'm only as serious as whoever I work with. You know what I mean? And the work's gonna speak for itself,
That's definitely absolute truth, man. You know what I mean? Since last year, then when we talked to him last year, he was already working. He was already making moves. This guy is a constant, you know what I'm saying, the epitome of hard work. You know what I mean? I said that shit last time too. You know what I'm saying? He's the epitome of hard work. He comes out. I see this guy every day. Last time I said it too. Every day. It's a year ago. Every day since last year, this guy push shit out, man. He's definitely an inspiration, man. Inspiration to me, inspiration to everybody else that wants to see a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? That this is what you need to do to get yourself relevant. You know what I mean? Putting yourself out there.
Means a lot, bro. It means a lot. This shit ain't overnight.
I respect a lot. I respect you a lot, bro. I respect you a lot. It's coming from the heart, and I respect you because, you know what I'm saying, you're really putting this craft first. You know what I'm saying? You're putting your heart first, what you believe in first, what you're thinking about. You know what I mean? You're creating this shit, and this is what we do as creators.
That part.
Right? We do this shit as creators.
It's a reflection of who we are, bro. This is that line of work, being in the riskiest business there is, which is this music shit. Like, if you don't love it, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, because the money's going to come and go. But with that being said, I always learned you can never put your eggs in one basket. That's why I tapped into filming, doing shows, running my studio, as well as my solo endeavors as an artist. You know what I mean? So you can't be stuck, bro. You can't be stagnant. You got to always keep the, the hamster wheel rolling and shit, because tomorrow ain't promised. So best believe if I'm gone, today, I did something with my craft. I did something with my talent. I made my name be known, and I still feel like I'm just getting started, dog. So it's crazy how a year later, in retrospect, everything doubled. I'm trying to triple that shit, quadruple it by the next time we chop it up next year. You smell me?
Absolutely, bro. And we're going to have plenty of other podcasts because this guy's constantly working. These are the people I like to interview, right? Because, he's leaving something behind, a legacy. You know what I mean? Which is very important. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck a trend, man. Fuck a trend. Fuck following trends. We're here to build a legacy.
He's been building the legacy for a long time.
And likewise, man. This shit is beautiful to see the people and the type of artists that, the caliber you bring in, as well as the production. Shout out to Drew on the lens, killing
Drew
it.
Gaddafi.
So we elevating, dog. We elevating, man. It's called Resident People. Best believe we worldwide with this shit when it comes to connections, outreach, and just impact in general,
So now let's mention let's talk about a little bit, last year we talked a little bit about what you were doing, you know what I'm saying? So between that time and now, you know what I'm saying, talk about the favorite people you like working with, what inspired you the most, who inspired you the most to work with as far as, you know what I'm saying, because I know you're creating music with people, I know you're creating visuals with people, because you're not only a rapper, you know what I mean, you're a well-rounded artist, which does videos, visuals, you know what I'm saying, you do, you know what I mean, production. So talk a little bit about that, you know what I'm saying? Last year to this year, who did you like working with? Who inspired you?
And thank you for all that, dog. Honestly, man, like Zol, man, he's really been holding me down, dog. Not just because we both looking buff and like old school wrestlers on this cover. He really is a solid dude. This album, like, we were homies before for almost 20 years now, and this album really enabled us to just network and build even more on a personal note, because now we traveling, touring together, really connecting the dots. I mean, it's different when
That's dope.
you got something tangible in your hand, dog, than just a stream. Like the fact that we both signing these records to people, and we both, appealing to both our fan bases. It's just we really connecting like Voltron. So Zoe has really been more solid than ever, dog. He's always a solid brother, but the fact that now we have a product and something that we left behind, you know what I'm saying, started our own legacy, it's a beautiful thing, man. So big shout outs to Zoe. He's another amazing producer, engineer. Shout out to Pinnacle Sounds. It's another dope ass studio out in Santana.
Nice.
And yeah, man, they've been holding it down. That it's Zoe with the homie LD, who used to DJ for Sublime, and the homie Neutron. So they're doing really, really big things out there, man. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
What
dog.
is your favorite song from this album that you created? You know what I mean? And what can you say as far as Soul, you know what I mean, inspiring you to create some of this music? You know what I mean? Because I know he's the beat guy, right?
He is the producer, definitely. And
Okay.
I appreciate you saying that. He definitely got me out of my comfort zone. I love working with people that could bring something new out of me, and I could bring something new out of them, you know, vice versa. So he hit me with styles, whether if it was crazy Middle Eastern shit or some Linkin Park type samples that I usually wouldn't do. But he believed in me enough to be like, try some different, dog. Throw a little bit of Hugito the swag in a different direction, you know?
Talk a little about the tracks.
I mean, Sharpshooters, the one with, the OG Mocha only, which, we're blessed to make the video happen.
Nice.
That one definitely is one of my favorites. The next video we drop in is featuring the OG Blue. That's the King of the Kings remix. That one is another favorite.
Nice.
License to Kill, not just because it's an interlude. I just feel like, damn, man, it's one of those tracks you wish was longer. This shit is so ill. That's like, why is this shit longer? But I feel like that's kind of the wave now. A lot of attention spans are so small, you can't pass 2 minutes.
That's a fact.
So the fact that it's under 2 minutes, like, we killed it.
Student of the game.
That part. Shit, man. Heartthrow is fire with Zoe's crew, speech impediments. You know what I'm saying? Lost in the Archive is very special. Our brother Gaja from Acid Rain, this was the last verse that he actually did before he passed. So Beyond really appreciated
R.I.P.
it.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. man. Beyond, the other member from Acid Rain, really appreciated Gaja's voice and presence be heard one more time on vinyl. So that one means a lot as well, alongside the OG LA
You got
Cool.
Archive on this shit too?
Yeah, Archive is the one who put the song. Notice the song is called Lost in the Archive, and it's spelled like archive. He's the one that brought us together. And so
Wow.
the fact that,
Shout out to the homie Archive, second time.
shout out to Archive. That's my brother for life right there too. The fact that, at Gaja's funeral, it was so packed, it was limited space. Zoe couldn't be there. So I was like, you know
Wow.
what, bro? I got you. I'm going to have you remix the track. So EQ produced the original. I had Zoe remix it. I got the blessing from everybody. And now we got Gaja's legacy to, live on one more time on vinyl in a whole different light and a whole different style.
That's special.
Yeah, man, it's special. People change, but the songs remain. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
man. The Hitman intro is nuts, too. We got the video for that. It's like 2 in 1, you know what I'm saying? So, if you can actually listen to the song front to back, you get a little more bang for your buck. New Day is fire. Shout out to my peoples from Greece who are also part of the Mind the Wax label.
Nice.
Irene and BNC. So, they're going to be filming out in Athens and shit. So, I'm just waiting for them to, give me back the visuals. But, yeah, man, honestly, it's 33 minutes, dog. It's my shortest, most lighthearted project I've done, I think, ever. And that's what I love about it, that people forgot to have fun about this. Like, I said this before, in past interviews, like, motherfuckers nowadays
true.
got this chip on their shoulders where they feel like they got to prove something or be the hardest fool. They forget to be themselves. They get lost in the sauce. It's like, dog, like, you don't got to have your chest out so much to break your fucking back. Just be yourself. Just breathe and let the music represent that. So
Absolutely.
I love the fact that we had fun with this. And the best part about it, bro, is I came up with this whole wrestling shit before wrestling came back, before The Rock came back smacking motherfuckers around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it's crazy to see the nostalgia really come back full circle. And the fact that Vince McMahon is going through his own bullshit. There's a line I say on the intro, we still cooking up how you figure we some masters and still coming back to kick Vince McMahon's ass in. So when you hear that line, it just hits so much harder now because people are really seeing his true colors, unfortunately. So it's crazy how just shit comes back full circle. Art imitates life, imitates art, right? So.
Man, I didn't know he was a wrestling fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan from back in the day.
DX, Stone Cold, you already know. Don't get me
You know what
started.
I mean?
Hardy Boys, Devon, get the tables. Don't get me started, dog.
You know what I'm
already know.
saying?
I got 2 words for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, no, DX all day.
You know what I'm saying? So now, talking about this album, I really want to touch base on this album because I feel like this album is really special to you. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of music out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but this is your newest.
34th, something, almost as much as my damn age. Like, it's crazy.
What was your favorite song on this album to create? And what's your favorite song that you want to actually market to the people that you'd be like, you know what, you guys need to listen to this song?
Well, besides Sharpshooters and the Hitman intro that I already have videos, Uh, like I said, man, License to Kill is just special. It's just so raw.
Why is it special to you?
It's just because it was meant to be longer, but it just made sense keeping it short. You know, the fact that we got Bret Hart talking his shit, it's just so creative. The way we scratch the voices, you know what I'm saying? Like, this album really is a dope concept to that throwback era of when wrestling was really like cracking. You know what I'm saying? Before it was now, like before the Attitude Era, like right when shit was really taking off, like Bret Hart was the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
till this day, no one could touch his like technical skills in the ring. And the fact that, look at the front, bro. Who else could pull off Pink like that? Like, I didn't expect to have Pink on the album cover, but that's the colors that
It looks hard.
Appreciate
I love it. I love the color.
That's what Bret Hart wore, dog. You know what I'm saying? He made that pink, black, and white look fucking tight. So I was like, you know what? If we
before Cameron.
Right, so Sharpshooters obviously is paying homage to the finishing move of Bret Hart, which was like a submission move. And I was like, you know what? Let's just call the record that. So now we're already thinking the next one's gonna be Tombstoners. After that, we might call it Stone Cold Stunners or Sweet Chin Music. So every project is paying homage to another finisher, to another finishing move from a wrestler. And on top of that, I love having projects that have a message. It's not just a wrestling move. It's like a perspective for life. We sharpshooting to the next level. Like one of my past projects, Steady Aim. Like, we just staying sharp, we staying on point, you know what I'm saying? We keeping our eye on the fucking ball when it comes to this life shit, or anything we want to really accomplish and whatnot,
Absolutely.
Setting these goals,
Destruct is very sharp. He didn't want to smoke these. Like, you know what, man? I got some shit that I have to do.
we smoked last time.
Yeah. But this, you know what I'm saying? Look at how we evolved, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
look,
we're more professional now.
You know what I'm saying? Look at how we evolve mentally. You know what I'm saying? We see what's important in front of us. We see that we need to be, you know what I'm saying, professional when it comes to certain shit.
Don't get it twisted. If I ever was on
He likes to smoke, though.
Of course. I don't barely drink. So, I definitely appreciate the herbs, So if I was ever on the Dr. Green Thumbs chilling with Be Real in a smoke box, best believe I'm going to partake and still hold it down. But today, we're like, we chilling, still overcoming a little illness, but we stay ill. You know what I mean?
And I got a couple questions for you as well, man. I wrote them down on my phone. I wanted to make this shit special.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is important to touch base on these questions. You know what I'm saying? So I got this. This is the first one I got for you, fam. Is how do you see the rap industry evolving in the future, and how do you plan to adapt to those changes?
It's a good question, dog. Like I always say, stay true to the foundation, but don't be afraid to adapt. So the fact that I've tapped into trap, I've tapped into even on this album.
We talked about that last time.
On this album, shout out to my boy Jean Claude, who's another dope Brazilian MC. It's like my first time rapping in Portuguese, right? The beats on some low-key dubstep, borderline drill shit. So for me, it's like I look at beats like a canvas, dog. There's no limit to the paint strokes, to the picture that you're going to really present to the world. There's really no limit to it. So in regards to just production and sonically where industry or wherever this music is going, I'm prepared because I always looked at myself as being a chameleon with styles. I never wanted to be in a box. That's why shout out to my band, Inner City Soul, and everyone else that I've tapped into. Like, there really is no limit to what I feel I could do artistically. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the artists that I worked with, no matter if it's R&B, metal, even recording meditation, affirmation songs and shit, So in regards to that, it's all good. I know now we're more digital than ever. You got motherfuckers making, beef songs with generated AI voices.
You heard that?
They got estates.
Drake got sued. He got sued by Tupac.
Yeah, suing them back, and we don't got to dive into that, but I think it's cool to know, at least on my end, that I've been saying this a lot too, is that it's awesome to have quality music being made by quality people. And I'm gonna always stay genuine to my craft. No matter the direction I go, it's gonna be a complete reflection of just where I'm feeling in that moment, dog. I never was the type to cater to what crowd or whatever the fuck was popping. It's going back to what we said earlier. Fuck following trends. I'm here to build a legacy. So when it's all said and done, they'll be like, no, D, he always did his own fucking thing. And best believe he got a track for whatever mood you're gonna be in. Moving forward, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing, dog. Don't get it twisted. I'm never gonna be like a broken record. This shit's completely different than the last projects I did, whether if it was the non-flock.
Everything you do is different.
Thank you, bro. So
everything.
It's always about reinventing the wheel, but again, stay true to the foundation, but don't be afraid to adapt. So my mindset's already there.
That's a beautiful thing. Now that we're talking about that, man, we're talking about, what I'm saying, his craft and how what he could do as an artist, but we're gonna hear it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're going to hear it firsthand. We're going to put some beats on. He doesn't even know the beats that we're going to put on for him. We're going to test him.
On the spot.
You know what I mean? Which he was the first one to actually rap on the coronau podcast. But now we're actually in partnership with West Coast Bar Service through Gaddafi Entertainment. Hey. And now we're bringing that shit to the forefront. So are you ready, Destruct?
Salute to West Coast Bar Service. Hey, man, if you stay ready, you never got to get ready, right? So that part.
I got something for you. Destruct. We're gonna get cooking.
Hey, that's dope. I didn't know that. I popped the cherry on the podcast.
You did.
Right? You know, first verse ever kicked on this shit, huh?
He just did his thing, man. And I was listening to the podcast today, you know what I'm saying, and he touched base on a lot of shit. Not only that, he actually freestyled for the first time on this shit, and he started this. He started the vision.
I kicked the verse because it was like about some life shit. So, and I had a verse I wrote recently about some
about
life
your mom,
shit.
Dukes.
From my mom's, and she's doing great, by the way. About to retire, you know what I'm saying? Can we clap it up for mom's about to retire? You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations to Destruct's moms, man. It's always a blessing to work hard all your life and to have, you know what I'm saying, that little rest time. You know what I mean?
Got a beautiful crib out in Palm Springs, or excuse me, Rancho Mirage, some fucking fancy ass side of town and shit, you know. But she deserve it. But yeah, man, that was written. Now we gonna do some off the top. Why not?
Coronau podcast, motivational podcast, West Coast Bar Service. We were here with my boy Destruct. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Let's see what we working with, dog. On the spot type shit. Woo! Escúchala, la ciudad de respirando. West Coast Bar Service. Yes, sir. Listen, yeah. The moonlight coming on me like I'm ready for apocalypse. Like, blow. Who on top of this?
Woo!
Most Def, that's my favorite MC. The best you never heard, you know, was D on the MIC. Back and forth and back. I give a fuck about streams or a platinum plaque. I'm on that coronau podcast. We built the last. Or matter of fact, Energizer Bunny on the track, never falling off. I've been built for this. Motherfuckers understand you ain't built for shit. Ha! There's a difference when you truly living or when you forcing, motherfucker. That's why they never listen.
Woo!
Short mind spans, past ADD.
Huh?
Be on the mic, I infect you like HIV. Shit is sickening, deadly like some COVID. Illest motherfucker on the mic, take notice.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the LBC like Snoop Dogg. I'm still a OG and best believe I never lost. But I'm playing, I'm hella flawed. I'm a human being, but I don't give a fuck on the battle. I'm heat seeking. Got a motherfucking rifle aimed at your fam. Shit, and best believe I'm still making plans. No college degree can ever serve these motherfucking remedies or ill ass recipes. Food for thought and thought for food. Shout out and rest in peace to that MF Doom. Cause rap snitches telling all their business. Best believe God be my damn witness. Never did that. They try to fabricate it, but now I don't give a fuck. The truth, I'm devastated. Best you never heard, motherfucker. I been waiting. Ill shit on the mic. Well, hey, let me demonstrate it.
Yeah.
I'm on the road like a Kira on the bike. Illest on sight, man. It's always on sight like corrupt young Gotti. Hard act to following, never could copy. Busting a bukkake on your mama. Why you think she give it to me sloppy? Rap is my motherfucking life. For you's a hobby. Hip hop is my style, my life culture. Like KRS-One, I'm shitting on these fucking vultures. What you want? I'm like Dame Dash and Rockefeller. Tell a fella, this ain't no Rihanna umbrella. This the type of ill shit that could kill any instrumental and never dwelling. It's like that, I don't do AI, this is my real voice. The microphone, motherfucker, my weapon of choice. You kicking back and relaxing, homie, I'm ready for action. Understanding no one could ever be the savage like my first name Randy. It's so hard to cat, motherfuckers understand the door. You need a bulletproof rap to penetrate it. You ain't never looking at me. Best believe I did it on my own fucking academy. Fucking award, fucking the Oscar. You ain't doing nothing with my shit, it's always proper. Like them blunts roll, rest in peace to B.I.G. too. It's Destruct representing that resident people crew on that coronau podcast. We right here, the best you never heard, motherfucker.
Keep going.
Get it clear. No damn beat. I do this shit so smooth, like a baby's ass. I swear to God, he's a fool. But this is grown man rap. You see the fucking beard? Living my life to the fullest. Fuck living in fear. Yeah, I said fuck living in fear. You tuning in to that ill shit, that real shit. Fuck how you feel shit. Pop one in your grill quick. Yeah, we solid like that brick wall on some Pink Floyd shit. I ain't comfortably numb. I be that real motherfucker that you never heard. Yeah, American History X, make them bite the curb. Rest in peace to Sean P. I had the bless to work with him. When it comes to this shit, you know he's berserk with the pen. Make the motherfucking beats blend like that juice and gin. No, you too feminine. Fell off like Eminem, but he's still inducted on that rock and roll Hall of Fame. Fucking with D on the mic, I put these wax to lame. Shame, and never gang bang. Don't matter whatever you claim, wherever you at. Say where you levy your home is where you at. I'm from LA to LB and that's a fact. But now I'm here in Whittier, where the cops getting shittier, women getting prettier, bullshit getting sillier. That's cool. Bullshit with the breeze. I ain't much of a teacher, but got lessons to teach. You gotta stay true to you and your peeps, cause you never know tomorrow. I ain't never promised, capiche? Before I rest in peace, I'ma bless these beats on the Coronau podcast. That's the shit. What you want, dog? I stay equipped. Fuck that MC Hammer, but I'm too legit. I ain't wasting my time on the glamours and glitz. I'm just reinvesting, trying to serve you a fix. This the best you never, ever heard. Word, word, word,
Word, word. Destruct on the motherfucking mic, man. You know what I'm saying? Look out for him. You know what I mean? He's out here working constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Pulling beats left and right. You tell me, motherfucker.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, put homie to the test. You know what I'm saying? He's a real MC and he can fucking handle this shit. You heard?
What you know?
Destruct. Let's go.
Let's go, dog. Yeah, yo, this that classic shit. Museum or Emporium. Kicking back with the Mandalorian. And I never make a snoring, man.
Woo.
Coming through with the fucking mic in hand. You played out like Peter Pan. Try to drift off to a never ever land. Rest in peace the mic from the never ever land. But now I'm right here, right clear. Motherfuckers understand, kicking in your ear. This that sharpshooter. Looted for your ears. Don't get mad that I made this a career. I just came back from the Bay. Shout out to my LA. Rocking with the best from LA. Woo. So what you want, I give you whatever you need. Understand it, dog? I got too much to breathe. But now, I'm just living my best. Best believe he was made in the West. When it's all said and done, grown man rap, man, these nuts stay,
Yeah.
Drew no, Rock Gaddafi, this ain't the tragedy from the DITC. Now I'm playing more like the CNN. Way before Nori was on that podcast shit, but now I'm back. You can tell that I got a cap, but I never all cap shit. Just like Deuce, but my name in all caps. And that every time I come through, spit it like Barack. Never was down politics, no Barack. Matter of fact, shit, he's just like Barack. The motherfucking Street Fighter shit in his hands.
Yeah.
But I'm Wolverine when it comes to this, cause he's so damn mean and he too legit. And I said it again. Hopefully you can pass it to your friend, but if not, it's cool. I'm right here rocking with you on the Coronau podcast, dropping some jewels.
Coronau podcast, motivational podcast. You heard this shit here first, man.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get you a DJ though to blend the beats and shit.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
keep it on beat and shit.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We try to stump him, man. Play in the morning type shit right here. You know what I mean? And that's what's incredible about Destruct, man. This guy really loves music. He has that shit engraved in his soul, engraved in his, you know what I mean, his spirit.
Tatted on me, doggy. You know, nothing without music. Now that's seen musica.
You know what I mean? And he ain't playing this. No, listen, guys. He ain't playing this shit. He ain't playing this shit. He's really doing that shit out here. He's out here every day. He's an inspiration, like I said before. Inspiration to me. Inspiration to anybody that's really trying to do this shit in the big scale. And I respect him a lot, man. A lot, man.
It means a lot, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, who the fuck am I? I'm just one man, dog. I'm a simple man, just doing what I love, just following what I believe in. No matter how much of the odds is against me, no matter how much shit tries to break me down, knock me off, I'm always back swinging because I love this shit. And ain't no one that could change that. Ain't nothing and no one that could ever change how much I love this music, dog. You know what I mean?
Man.
Even if no one fucking tuned in, best believe I'm gonna still be cooking up that shit.
It's incredible. He gives me good energy, man. He gives me that energy that, man, it's inspirational. Something that I look forward to when he told me he wanted to come here again.
Energy is everything, dog.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you having me again. You already know.
Absolutely, brother. There's one question I want to ask you. It's multiple questions I'm going to ask him. I wrote this shit down on my phone.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
How do you engage with your fans and build a strong fan base?
It's a funny thing, man. I'm still, to be honest, trying to figure out the marketing thing. This is the first time where I'll tell people, hey, man, hit me up for a signed copy of the vinyl. You'll get an exclusive sticker pack, and you get to meet me, too. If you in SoCal, fuck it, I'll pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? Drop that dope off.
How do people go about that?
They just hit me up on the gram at Destruct Music. You know what I'm saying? The way it's spelled, destructmusic.com. Just hit me up. And it's my first time doing like straight personal deliveries and shit.
That's dope.
Some Domino's 30 minutes or less, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's cool. Just being more personal with them, And then on top of that, I feel like every project, as much fun as I had with this project, I also, have my deep moments as well. You know what I'm saying? I get a little bit. I'm not too political, but I touch on it a little bit. Touch on a little more about my upbringing. Like I said, it's my first time rapping in my native tongue in Portuguese.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing too. Is the way I feel like I'm connecting more fans is just being a little more open, a little more vulnerable, as well as showing them a different side of me that they maybe never even heard before. And that goes for people that's been catching up with me to the new heads that's just tuning in.
That's actually going to the next question that I have to ask you. That's kind of cool, because how do you balance staying true to your artistic vision while you also appealing to a wider audience?
Well, like I said, I ain't here to cater to nobody, man. It's like whatever I put into the world, this is what I'm feeling now. This is what makes sense to me. It's not about staying relevant and this and that. It's like, nah,
Whatever you feel.
this is really what I'm feeling. You could either rock with it or not. You know what I mean? Like we said, energy is everything. I'm not on some 50-50 shit. It's either you 100 in or 100 out. And I'm like, you meet me once, you always know who I am. And I feel like same could go with my music. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, if you hear one joint, you gonna hear them all. Nah, you gonna just get a little, you know what I'm saying, sample of the buffet table that I'm providing to you when it comes to this food for thought, you know what I'm saying, in this music form.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to ask you too, I'm saying, from a person that's actually been in the industry, for a long time, what advice do you have, I'm saying, for new upcoming artists on how to navigate their a successful career in this industry? How do you navigate that? How do you become successful in this industry without thinking that you need to be signed?
Yeah.
To a label.
None of that shit is even impactful now. It doesn't even really make sense for having someone else in your pockets when you could clearly do it on your own. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do my own shows, film my own shit, record my own shit, push my own shit, make my own tours happen. I mean, the world is really in your hands. Nas wasn't playing when he said the world is yours, dog. You just can't think that also by just having a song or a vid out or whatever, you can expect the world to, respond to it. Like, nah.
Consistency.
You got to stay consistent. Consistent and progress are keywords that can apply to anything in life. And that's one thing I learned is you just can't sleep on yourself. I've talked about conviction enough, about if you can't convince yourself, you can't convince no one. I said that enough, which is true. But reality is you just got to stay on it. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get back. You can't sleep on yourself. Yeah, I get it. We all go through life shit. But if you want this to be a career, motherfucker, treat it like a career. Look at it like a career, dog.
That's real.
I'll be honest.
That's real.
I got a part-time. This my full-time, dog. And it's dope to see, all the hard work actually paying off, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I've made well over 2 racks off this record alone, dog. Me and Zoe chilling, doing what the fuck we got to do.
The law of attraction.
Only reason why Zoe wasn't here because he's doing 2 gigs back-to-back today. And then and then I'm throwing my festival after this. So we out here getting it, dog.
I need to be on that next festival, dog. Let me know.
I got you. Don't wait for opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got something. Don't wait for that bag. Don't wait for that money. Sometimes you got to go to that shit. You got to get the fuck up off your ass and get it and create more opportunities for yourself, because sometimes that shit doesn't come knocking. And I think some people just get so stuck in their ways and think they such hot shit that, they get blinded with a bullshit sense of entitlement.
Ego.
Yeah, like J. Cole said, pride is the devil, dog. So
absolutely,
like, it's just unfortunate where, motherfuckers, they on their own dick so much they get Wevel in the eye. They got like, hey, dog, you got to see clearly now. The rain is gone. Like, really see what you could bring to the table, regardless if they believe in you or not. As long as you have that belief, get the fuck out there. Try different ways to connect. Some guys do the same shit. Oh, I'll just do a post on IG. They just think a post on IG is enough. Like, nah, bro. There's this thing called face value that there's still a lot of work in. Actually being in the
huge
field. I'm glad that in this digital world, I got something analog. I got something tangible that you can touch. I'm glad that I'm accessible. Sometimes people say you don't be too accessible. That's cool. But if I'm trying to connect and make these other opportunities happen, I got to get the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. And it's very important that he touched base on that. You know what I'm saying? You have to, like he said, you have to be tangible. You have to have a product that you could actually give to the people. You know what I mean? That, he put his hard work into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is special.
Yeah, like the mystique of an artist is cool too. Like on some doom shit, we don't want to know who you are, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if you really don't have nothing established, they ain't never gonna know who you are. It's like you playing hide and seek by yourself. It's like, what's the fucking point, dog? Like, you really got to put your best foot forward, roll the dice. Why did I say earlier? This is the riskiest business to be in, because ain't shit
very risky.
Guaranteed. And on top of that, we are judged every single second of our lives, dog. As long as you got tough skin, don't let none of that shit bother you. Like the OG once told me, man, it's only news if you address it.
Absolutely.
And out of sight, out of mind. If it don't make sense, don't make dollars, dog. So that's why you never see me entertain none of that negative bullshit. Nothing that's benefited me. Because I'm not here to ride coattails or bust a world star moment on anybody. I'm here to just do 2 things. Present positivity and productivity. That's it.
It's a beautiful thing,
Anything
bro.
else is fucking noise. Fuck all that noise. Let's get back to this music. That's it.
Absolutely, bro. He touching on some real shit, because right now the question that I'm asking him is, how do you handle the ups and downs of fame and the public? How do you handle that?
Well, I have a famous song. Well, not a famous song.
Because nothing's ever up. Nothing's
Yeah.
ever up. You also have them down moments. But how do you handle that
Yeah.
personally?
I got this pretty well-known song from one of my past projects, Chronic Blues Volume 2, which I actually recorded right up the street off Greenleaf in Philly, out here in Whittier.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Dove City, what up? And it's called Fuck Being Famous. And I really meant that. I really meant that. Like, I'm here for the success. I give a fuck about the fame, dog. You know, when I'm out and about, my ego's been out the door, bro.
Absolutely.
I don't look at nobody less than me or not cooler than me. Like, I'd rather build a bridge than burn one. You smell me?
Absolutely.
So I could care less about the fame. For me, it's like, you know what they've been saying? All you need is 1,000, close to 1,000 legitimate fans for you to actually feed yourself and your family. From
Absolutely.
I don't need 1 million fake followers and bots and the optics like shit's popping. Nah, I just need some real ones really rocking with me that's actually willing to invest in what I'm doing. And I'm straight, dog. I'm a simple man, dog. But I never stressed on the fame, dog. I never, like I said, try to adjust myself to, like I said, what's popping. And seems like this is the theme of the episode. Fuck following trends, build your own legacy. You know,
absolutely.
Make that a fucking t-shirt, low key. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
You should. That's just actually a dope logo.
Coronau podcast.
Coronau podcast, baby. Man. And one thing I wanted to ask you too, man. You know, since a whole bunch of questions that I wanted to ask you, but you know, can you talk about the upcoming collaborations or projects besides this one that you're excited about putting out?
Oh, absolutely, bro. So besides, still rolling out Sharpshooters, I still got more videos and things planned for that.
Check this out.
Me and my brother Bless one, which was his birthday recently. Shout out to my brother Bless one. We got this crazy album called The Intermission, featuring people from Drag.
When is that gonna be out?
I want to say hopefully end of the year, and it's called Intermission for a reason. Intro song, I say they try to count me out. Who the fuck they kidding? I haven't even reached my prime. This the intermission. So that's the opening line. Featuring people from Jurassic 5, living legends, visionaries, nonfiction.
Man,
Blue
oh
is
my
on there.
God.
We working, bro. It's really one of my hardest straight boom bap records. Barely hooks, just dope beats and dope rhymes. Like Fonte said, what more do y'all want? So, Intermission. Stay tuned for that. My band Inner City Soul, we've been cooking up our record for a while, but as people know, it's one of the hardest things I think next to childbirth is maintaining a live band.
Absolutely.
It's tough.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. I want to see you with the live band too. Let me know when you're actually with the live band.
Yeah. I mean, my boy Abel from the Inner City Soul, he also rocks with the OG Skinto Soul.
Shout out to them because he talked about them last time.
Yeah, so I rocked with them a handful of times. So mostly when they got some shit popping, and if our schedule is aligned, I'll be rocking with them. So look out for the new Inner City Soul album. As well as I've been having this on the low for a minute. I dropped a couple singles from this project. My brother Geronimo X is another dope ass producer. We had this project called The Canvas Never Lies, which is another raw ass album. I got people from like Jay Dilla's family, people from Static Selector's family.
Wow.
Yeah, dog. So, and that's the funny thing is some people will be like, "Oh, you name dropping." I'm like, "Nah, I'm just giving you facts of what's actually cracking. What I built on my own merits." It's so much more self-gratifying or just gratifying general when you build shit off your own merits, your own establishment. You didn't pay for it. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like
off of talent,
you didn't
pretty much.
You didn't lose yourself in it. You didn't have to sell your soul or stick something where you didn't want to be stuck, like what Cat Williams said. You know what I mean? Like you kept yourself intact, protected your soul, and still made a legitimate dope ass collab happen with some legends. I think that's the most ultimate payoff you can get as an independent artist. Is you work with people that you were bumping when you were in high school and shit,
How important is it to you to be independent, and will you ever be signed to a label? Would you ever consider being signed to a major label?
I mean, it's got to make sense, bro. It's like these 360 deals.
What would it take for you to be signed to a major label?
The motherfuckers taking things from, they have their hands in your pockets of everything. They're taking away from your streams, your shows, merch, everything. Like, why would you have someone else take away what you could present for yourself? Unless you truly felt was beneficial, because I get it. The industry has this system to get you on bigger festivals and the promotions. But if they're really taking everything away from you, and what are you left with at the end of the day?
Absolutely.
Just for the look, I'd rather just be on a more smaller scale and keep everything that I fucking generate. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can care less about the fame. Yeah, it'd be cool to be on shit. I've been on FM radio a couple times. I'm about to be on FM radio next month again.
That's crazy.
And that's dope. Just being me. You know what I mean? So the fact that I could be me and be on the radio, I look at it like the same way how the Roots could be on late night TV and they were themselves and never changed the formula. And they're one of the most illest hip hop bands, period. You know what I mean? And they know it on a grander scale. So much so that the fucking studios, Warner Brothers or wherever they filmed that shit at, the Tonight Show, they built a studio for them so they never have to leave. They could be like, oh, you can do the show at night, record your music during the day. So, you know what I mean, bro? So, yeah, dude, like, I'm never going to lower my standards as an artist and more importantly as a human being for me just to get another dollar. Fuck all that.
I want to touch base on this too. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got pressure. We all got pressure to create. We all got pressure to deliver. You know what I'm saying?
That part. And then,
how do you handle that pressure, bro? Because, you know what I mean? I want to touch base because it's important. I didn't touch base on this before.
Yeah.
How do you handle that pressure within yourself? Because it's not from the people. Because this comes from yourself. How do you handle?
Well, before I answer that,
Yes.
what's the most important part as an independent artist? 2 words: creative freedom. Because imagine you're making millions off shit you do not want to do, and I've seen this happen so many times. I've seen artists straight like, "Fuck, I'm doing this again." It's like Andre, like, "All right, y'all, it's the last time I'm doing Hey Ya." And don't get me wrong, Hey Ya is cool, but it ain't, AT Aliens, Aquemini, classic Outcast shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much so where, homie, his last record was him playing the flute. That's how much he wasn't inspired or even felt like making hip-hop.
How sad,
again.
right?
It's unfortunate. Don't get me wrong. I give him props for doing something new. If you like that meditation shit, it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't for me. So that's the most important thing I think as an independent artist is creative freedom. The pressure, I mean, look, dog, bills got to get paid. Life does not stop. And I take pride when I can tell my lady, hey, you know what? Hip hop paid for this shit. I take fucking all the pride in the world to say
dope.
that. Like, you know what I love doing, help me bring either food to the table, pay my bills on time. That shit is awesome. And help me even invest that much more into what I love doing. So when the pressure comes, hey, man, we like diamonds. You know what I'm saying? We shine even better when there's more pressure on us, dog. And
Do you like the pressure?
Absolutely. I love to be challenged.
Yes, I like that
I don't
too.
ever, like I said, I don't want to be stuck, bro. That's why so much things evolved and changed from the last time we were here. I feel like I'm
A
glowing.
year ago.
Honestly, I feel
You
like
look good. You look better.
I feel like I'm glowing better.
You look better, bro.
I got a more solid team. I got the best woman in my life. I'm living in an awesome part of town. Like I'm like living this shit, bro, better than ever. Like, and no one can take that away from me. Ain't no Oscar, Grammy, award, any accolade that could change the success I'm just feeling in real life, dog. And once you just feel that, that's
dope.
established. Who can knock that, bro? I can care less of anyone trying to throw shade or a show I didn't get on or whatever the fuck. Cool, no worries, man. I'll do my own thing. I'm going to make my own show, which I'm doing tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, there it is.
I mean, I wanted to touch base on this real quick because he has his own style, his own unique style. You know what I mean? Can you share advice for inspiring rappers on how to develop their own unique style and sound like you have?
No, I appreciate that. I mean, I was a fan before anything, dog. So I think before you really even step foot into this shit is do your damn homework, dog. Really realize, why are you a fan of this artist? Okay? Why am I a fan of Most? Sean P. You know what I'm saying? Why am I?
You mentioned him before, Sean P. And he collaborated with you on tracks.
One of the greatest moments of my life in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Did the video together.
And he told him he was dope as fuck.
Yeah, dog. So, you know what I'm saying? I've spoken that about him enough, but hey,
Yeah.
I can never speak enough about one of the greatest to ever do it. That's Sean P for life. But you have to understand why you were fans of these people. I think once that's established, you can be like, okay, how am I going to go about this where it's not forced? It's still coming out and sounding natural, right? Like, it's funny how a lot of people say, oh, you sound East Coast this, East Coast that. And I admit, yeah, I fuck with a lot of East Coast people. But then I look at people like Dilated, Razzcast, Crooked Eye, even Corrupt, who are all West Coast legends that have their own unique style and approach. Even Kendrick, and I admit, I'm not a Kendrick fan, nothing against him. I respect everything he does and what he represents. I'm not a fan, just sonically, it's not for me. But
absolutely,
but you can admit, in regards to West Coast shit, he definitely has a refreshing take on it. And
absolutely.
One thing I always wanted to have was my own distinguishable sound. So when you hear it, oh, that's some destruct shit. Yeah, they like to say, I think I've been hearing a lot lately, oh, game this, sound like this, sound like that. And I'm like, that's cool, but are you really listening? Because I really take pride in every approach.
Are you really listening?
Yeah.
Wow.
I look at this shit like a science. There's a science to this. That's why I'm an executive producer, because my hearing is on a whole other level. I listen to every single element that's in that music, from your tone, projection, delivery, to the way the bass, drum, snare, kick, everything is coming together as a whole. What's making sense for this fucking blend that you presented? You know what I'm saying? This whole enchilada that you serving on a fucking plate, So I think people need to realize that is, why are you a fan of people? And also, how can you really find your own way of creating and executing this art without sounding like the next motherfucker?
Absolutely.
Because there really is no wrong or right way to go about it, but you can tell when you sound like a carbon copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and compare to, oh, damn, this fool actually sounds original. He sounds like he's comfortable in his own skin, and that's why the music sounds that much more genuine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You touch base on some real shit. You know what I mean? Because to create your own sound, like he said, you have to study. You have to
Gotcha.
go out there, listen to people, you know what I mean, rap yourself and create your own lane.
Exactly. And you can't worry about what the next motherfucker's doing. Like I think a lot of people don't give themselves enough time to just be like in their own thoughts. Like really
Absolutely.
give you like dog.
That's real.
You know how I created my style is when I wasn't working, not working, but before even work and having a car and just walking to school. Like that's how I come up with a lot of my verses, dog, on some Jay-Z premeditated shit. By the time I got to my destination, I had already a verse memorized in my head, and trip out. I had no beat, nothing, acapellas, and then I would find a beat that fit the fucking verse beautifully, letting me know I already had a motherfucking sense of rhythm. I think
Absolutely.
any true fan should have a sense of rhythm. You already kind of know some kind of flow for you to actually, create from scratch.
Absolutely.
Instead of just hearing something else. Like I think it was dope that I literally just heard myself, inspired myself to create something out of fucking nothing. Then I found the music to do it. Now it's a little different. Now I go where the music takes me.
Yeah.
Wherever the vibe and just the setting of what I hear.
How
from
it
the
makes you
production.
feel.
Exactly. Then I go from there. But back in the days when I was barely starting, had nothing, I literally would just come up with verses in my head all day, and then I would find shit to, match it with it.
That's dope, man. Hey, and as artists, you know what I'm saying, for us to be successful, we have to develop a good team. So how was it, you know what I mean, as far as you, how important is it to actually put together a strong team to actually push it to the next level? Because we can't do it ourselves.
You can't, man.
So elaborate a little bit about that. How did you put together a strong team for you to actually push forward to the next level?
No, absolutely. I mean, they also say if you want shit done right, you got to do it yourself. But it's also dope when you have people play their position, play their role to add something to your arsenal.
We talked about that earlier.
Perfect example. Like I can film for days, right? I got the filming now. I got it. The editing part's a little tough for me. So I've been through different people. Shout out to my brother Halloween Films, who's an amazing editor. And I just feel like
Shout out to him.
he's been taking my films to a whole nother level.
Wow.
Just because I love working with people where I don't got to tell them shit and they already understand where I'm going with it.
That's dope.
Same thing with like my brother Surface, EQ, Result, engineers that I work with in the past and present, that I don't got to give them too many notes and they kind of already know how to make my shit sound butter, mantequilla, you know what I mean? So that's, I think a lot of times when you create and do things on your own, it's like you're talking to yourself, you know what I mean? And it's like you can't really grow too much from that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I admit earlier I said, yeah, I was coming up with verses off my head, but then I evolved as a person and as an artist and realized, okay, for me to really take things to another level, I got to get the right people in my corner. So from my film work to now doing shows, shout out to my brother Tech and the whole Gemworks family. They presented another opportunity for me to do my own festival. Shout out to my brother One in the Mill, shout out to my boy Analog Die. These are all different promoters and people I've been blessed to just come cross paths with in this journey as an artist that gave me opportunities to have my own show. So honestly, back to what I was saying earlier, bro. Quality people are gonna help you lead to quality music and just make quality moves, but you got to make
Absolutely.
sure the quality is there through thick and thin, for better, for worse, because if not, you playing yourself. We in an era now where we both experience shit where motherfuckers can't even be man enough to let you know what it is before they ghost your ass. It's
Absolutely.
like, word, okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
We didn't even date. I didn't even hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck? Why you feel some type of way?
Yeah.
And, and that's unfortunate. Like,
Yes, it is. It is.
Like I said, you meet me once, you always know who I am, and there's got to be a damn near like logical explanation if things need to change, and I'm at least gonna address it to you, man. Other than that, it's just weird that things change for no fucking reason. But that's the era we are now, bro.
Absolutely.
Pettiness, snakes ain't only in the grass. Like that's why you got to be aware of all times of who's in your corner and who you even consider family, because shit is crazy nowadays. Riskiest business to be in can unfortunately lead you to some of the riskiest people to work with.
Absolutely.
So you want a solid team, just got to make sure they're A1 since day one. And only time will tell. This thing called maturity and experience all comes with time. And time reveals everything. True colors, all that. Only in time can you really see what's their true motives and intentions. And if they're really trying to be part of your team or if they got their own personal gain from this shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We weed out the real and the fake.
You know what I mean? Man, he touched based on some real shit right here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm just speaking from experience. Look, I haven't seen it all. I haven't done it all, but I've been through enough to have a pretty interesting perspective on shit, and the music is a reflection of that. Hate it or love it, but at least you can respect it, knowing that it's coming from a fucking genuine place.
Absolutely, man. And now coming to the end of our podcast, you know what I mean? We're going to have a part 3. We have to have a part
Damn,
3.
trilogy, son.
No, we have to have a part 3. And the reason
go.
that we have to have a part 3 is because Destruct has been in the game so long that he's so knowledgeable. And remember, this podcast is based on, inspiration and having people up here that inspire the next artist. And this man has been here for a very long time, has so much knowledge. And I appreciate his time.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate your time, bro.
I'm still learning, bro. I'm a student of the game, still learning, still improving. I ain't settling for shit. There's only one direction to go, but we're going to keep elevating, dog. That's the name of the fucking game, is elevation. That's all I'm here for, dog. To lift up my peoples and let them know, like, hey, dog, this too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? The grass may not be greener, but best believe we still going to find a way through that shit. You know what I mean?
Coronau podcast, motivational podcast with my boy Destruct. I know he needs to be out of here because he has a show. He has a show right now.
You never heard.
He's
Yes,
working. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit about the show that you have going on. I know it's your own festival.
Yeah, man. Year anniversary of this series, this live show series called The Fix. You know what I'm saying? Because we get you what you need, dog. And shout out to the GemWorks family. Shout out to my brother Tech. And yeah, dog, got some heavy hitters from all over the coast. People coming in out of town. You know what I'm saying? LA to New York and beyond. And it's just beautiful to see, how people just come together. It's just dope to see through all the bullshit odds against me, I can bring some of the illest motherfuckers together. And that's rare to see nowadays, where you can enjoy a show from the beginning to end. Nowadays, you see some, you might not feel every act or some bullshit, or they rapping over their fucking music, which you need to stop doing that. Before I get out of here, let me get that shit off my chest. To all my aspiring artists, if I'm going to drop another gem for you, do not rap over your own fucking songs, man. We came to see you live, not karaoke night, dog. You could have your vocals maybe for ad-libs, a dub here and there, or your hook, but your verses, motherfucker, we want to hear you. Stop with this shit. Y'all sound like motherfucking robots cracked out, dog. This shit is not cool, especially when motherfuckers got dope voices, strong voices. We want to hear your voice, dog. This ain't karaoke night, my G. So that's another thing, too, is I value dope artists that actually really spin this shit performing in front of you. You know what I mean? Quality people making quality fucking music. Anytime you see rebel-minded music, anytime you see resident people, Area 52 or Destruct, all you gonna motherfucking see is quality. That's it. That's all I can do. That's all I know. That's all I know.
That's a fucking fact. You know what I mean? Destruct.
Best you never heard, baby.
Is you know what I mean? Definitely an inspiration to me. He actually, you know what I'm saying? I see him every day putting out shit. Like I said last time, that was a year ago.
Yeah.
He's still putting out shit every day. Motherfuckers.
We just getting started, dog. You know what I'm saying? Dreams don't happen on their own. Bills don't get paid on their own. You know what I'm saying? These goals don't get accomplished on their own. We here putting our best foot forward, making shit happen, connecting the dots while the planets align, while we still breathing. Let's fucking make the most of this.
He leveled up from last year, guys. He fucking leveled up.
Something like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm really proud of you, Destruct. You know what I'm saying? I really think that you're, you know what I mean, you're going high, you're going to big places, you know what I'm saying? And you're an inspiration, dog, to a lot of people, dog, especially to me.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I look at you every day, and like I said before, you know what I'm saying? If he's putting some shit out, I need to put some shit out too, man.
Right.
And that's inspiration.
Right, and it's not just for the sake of saying I'm putting shit out. You actually putting out quality shit consistently. That's what the fuck it's about, bro. You know what I mean?
Believe in yourself, believe in your heart. Go to our podcast, motivational podcast with my boy Destruct.
That part.
You know what I mean? Sharpshooters, guys. Check it out.
Salute.
You know what I mean?
Salute.
On all platforms. On all platforms?
All platforms, wherever you stream that dope shit. Vinyl's available even at fucking Target.com, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want a signed copy with exclusive sticker packs, you can holler at me on Instagram, Destruct Music, destructmusic.com. Shout out to DJ Zoe. Shout out to Mind the Wax, Rock Culture, Only Rep Green, My Familia for Life. And we in there like swimwear, dog.
Let's get it. Go to our podcast, motivational podcast, West Coast Bar Service, Drew Gaddafi Entertainment. Let's get it. Links Entertainment.
Peace.
All day. It stay true.